Welcome back to our Let's Play of Disco Elysium. When we last left off, I was exploring the dock, or the work area, and came across a very interesting fellow. One less interesting racist and another more interesting racist. So I haven't decided if I want to adhere to his ideals, but I might give it a try just to see. I mean, it's not like it's my ideals, and it might actually benefit me game-wise.
This bookstore is not strictly about property. It's about the purposes of things. This Elysium amidst the various books, you find them written by someone.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything, though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraise tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Find something truly otherworldly.
This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes the current. The title of it reads,
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pearl. The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted. The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pearl, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pearl. It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation. It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pearl. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pearl and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired. Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
Fair enough. What
That
else?
seems improbable. Is it any more improbable than anything else that human beings put their faith in? For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pearl, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need. There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations. You close the book and return it to its place on the shelf.
Okay.
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinaise. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East. Hudon, it's somewhere to live, not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forburg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world, you're still alive. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Face à la Mer, archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you. You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandoux, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. 850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Mwindi is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust. It's not really a map, it's a tourist thing, a picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says
Interesting.
48.
Should have looked at
Still,
these in this
it's
order.
detailed. Could
But,
be pretty useful for
storekeeper, can I buy
scouting
these
ahead.
maps?
You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbour, even the whirling in rags there.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The
Why
other
is it
two
so
are
cheap?
not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up
What happened
4 or
then?
5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
Yeah, okay.
They didn't get
You know
that
what? This I
far,
will buy.
for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed
Okay.
Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
A worn and torn map of Martinez
Always
area
good to be
dating from
informed of your
48, so
surroundings.
3 years ago. Tunnel on top of the roads leads Bellevue and Revelchai. It's a bit out of date, as it was originally created by a design studio that failed attempt to spruce up Martinez and turn it into a fancy tourist location.
Features each of the group as the streets of Martinez, with the options to appropriately tourist locations. Year 48 residents in the
The worn map
Trace a
features
path
the
through
patchwork
the
grid
grid.
of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
I see.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your
So I have an
journal
actual
and
map
select the
now.
Map tab.
Next stand. Kuno. The mirror. Some tracks. Interesting. Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic. Right?
These shows that overload the books from the set series. You see them over and over.
Storekeeper, what's all this crime fiction?
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen
Storekeeper,
and his stories to sort all that out.
Look through the display
You're
of books.
a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Oops.
Crime fiction is a disgrace, an asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
Sure.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf? You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen.
Of course.
Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen. turns out he faked it to solve a case. Yes, there's also the dame who did it.
There's a lot of things.
Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. For all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Alright, let's finally talk to the shopkeeper herself.
Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
Welcome to Crime,
Fulgo, you seem
Romance,
to be
and
well off enough.
Biographies
Can
of
you
Famous
give some
People.
money?
My name
Sure.
is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Oh?
What has to earn one's success, even if one is a policeman?
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavour. One has to earn one's
Forged ties
success,
between us
even
working
if
people.
one is
The
a police
practice of fighting
officer.
a common enemy.
Handouts are
Misunderstanding
nothing but
and powerful few
manipulation.
lore now.
All they do is make you
Dan,
dependent.
you're right. Kind of business
Certainly, there are
relationship
good
with,
things to be said
kind
about
of business
dependence.
relationship with ethics there. Excuse me, I don't know why I said that. I'm gonna say this one.
Now, some sort of thing doesn't take any responsibility for the energy they bring into this space.
What does that even mean?
Anyway, my philosophy is everyone just gets it in.
Okay. So
Now, hey there. Sounds like someone isn't taking responsibility for the energy they bring into this
The voice
space.
side patches have to give more
Fighting
penetration.
enemy. My philosophy is everyone just
Someone
getting
like,
along.
"Look,
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Don't get back there. The books await you. Everything is on the shelf.
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why do you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go! Get back there. The books await you. Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Curse? Who said that? Annette?
if you say so.
I will have a
Look
word
at all these
with her.
customers here.
This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Your daughter's the one standing right outside the store, right?
What in God's name is she talking about? Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly.
Yes, of course.
Annette, yes,
Yes.
my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Then 10.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
God. I told her not to do that. Such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
You're not a very good mother, are you?
Be divorced too.
God. Ugh. I've told her not to do that. It's such a
I
disgusting
don't think she can
habit.
do anything about it.
She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
Growing pain.
A part of hers too, clearly.
Life doesn't give break. It seems she can do anything.
She can if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it.
What you're doing is
You are
wrong. Even I
placing
know
an
that. And I usually
unnecessary
don't know
burden
anything.
on a young child.
She's looking for what is
She stands stiff
That is
and
true.
severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. She's looking for one, But there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologise. She must be freezing out
Stops,
there.
her mouth keeps moving.
There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a
You're
dull
liking that
mind.
to your husband
All
and
this
your mother.
stress.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Absolutely possess energies of my husband. But my husband is completely different. Of course.
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person.
My husband is the successful.
But my husband?
My husband is completely different, of course.
Ron Corral?
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter, soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne. It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful
And your
neighbourhoods
husband also
east of
involved with the
Jamrock.
bookstore?
You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Super silent, almost inaudibly so.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Why
A
not?
real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry, I'm sure you do understand. She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I, of all people, understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into. The woman looks
Only
aloof.
for now.
Her
Actually, there was
features
one more
much
thing I
softer.
could look at.
Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
Wait, she's not outside anymore, is she? Oh, there she is.
A small mountain of colorful old houses. There are numerous types of games for all ages. Age of shelf space seems to be taking apart. You're into regions.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure. Or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Graubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite
Do I have
intense
friends?
after
Look
a
at the
while.
lieutenant.
We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with?
Yes,
Do you
kids.
have friends or family? Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
It's a civilization building game where you build civilization. Let's set off to brutally follow.
Friends are technically like family.
Fine.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12
Well,
real.
then you wouldn't like the game I'm playing
Lousy
now.
auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally,
Talking
I
about
don't like
Dungeons and
it.
Dragons and
Not
stuff?
at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts, that they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure gamebook titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board games section? Who wants to read books? There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures.
Suck
A
to the
sticker
girl
on
really
it
quick.
displays 25 real. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Oh.
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping
Nice.
out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
So it's back to the infernal scribblings on her nose.
Yes,
Okay.
just like the one Dick
Bye,
Mullen
see
wears
you
all the
around,
time.
Annette.
You'll look way more serious with that.
Cool, I got a hat.
Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
+1 encyclopedia book smarts. If anything, this wide-brimmed hat looks even better than the hat Dick Mullen wears. Dick Mullen is stupid and not even real. You're real. Your brain is real. Your real brain is inside that hat. Alright. Cool. How are my things doing? 53 minutes and 3 hours and 25 minutes. Alright. Running out of time. It's almost the end of the day. It's already 6 o'clock. Oh, what was that? Book title Man of... Look at him. That's nice. Coin-operated viewers banged up, inoperable. Roundabout north. Knees. Broken window. Tribs has windows.
This uncomplicated view is facing south. The restriction says to the south 85 centimeters.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out.
If you
That's how
had
it
a
usually
bag in your
goes around
hand,
here.
perhaps you'd get some bottles.
We should have done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Probably some kids.
A simple but clever solution to ruining a coin-operated viewer. It took ingenuity.
It's Kuno, yeah.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk, written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Periconesus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Periconesian Church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice.
I still
gathered on
haven't
the beach,
found.
and a small tent set up on the ice.
Here, distance 12.
The metal feels
seabirds.
cold and wet under your palm. It looks
Oh, I got a plastic
unhygienic.
bag. What I can do? Alright. Equip this tear for the streets. This plastic bag has fertile written in a dynamic, forceful manner that applies great prices. As you crack it open, multi gusts of air flies in your face, smells of yeast and beer, perfect place for tear. Alright. And there was another one up here, I believe. Is that the only one? I thought there was another one. Nope.
This personal detail, no picture box, is the heavily fragmented. With the feature, a closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mailbox number.
This Post Lavatorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
St. G with a 3, stitched together. Jelly is a best
The box seems happy. Eat shit, pig. Fucked by the
Hello.
coon. And St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore. And best set mailbox also.
Okay. So let's,
The mail collection box seems cathartic.
I like that.
Thankfully even. So do you.
let's go turn
You
this
shut
stuff in, and then I'm
Then
gonna
you swallow.
start looking for my house, because it's getting late. I don't want to sleep on that bench.
The turn machine stands in the corner. The sign says, 1 butter equals 10 cents. The butters turn into the machine, and immediately appears with a satisfying jingle. Your original.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying
Alright,
jingle.
let's start
You're
looking for
a
my,
richer man now.
Those more bottles? Let's look for more bottles on the way, but let's work on finding my house. What am I pointing at? Is something to buy? I don't have time for that. I need to look for my house. Is this my house? This is the sunglasses. Fingerless gloves. Okay. Electrochemistry, cigarette-stained fingertips. Let's equip that right now. Now let's read it. Gasoline-stained fingerless gloves in navy blue have been worn threadbare, but been made of wool, seem to have some warmth and comfort. That would increase electrochemistry. So... Oh, I can try all of these, can't I? Small instrument. Oh, I guess I don't have an electrochemistry one. Alright, I'll talk to you in a minute. Oh, this is the one day. Doesn't look like I can actually go southeast. I thought I could. Or southwest, I should say. Alright, well, there's a few more people I can talk to before the sun goes down.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words Daredevil Driver
Do you know what's further down the
sound
coast?
ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market,
Have some of that
a
salami.
bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with
Lieutenant
it.
ponders the offer for a
Yeah,
moment and
not
decides
really
to go
much
for it.
else.
Takes a slice of
Just
salami from
bombed
that and
out
chews it.
ruins. Sure thing.
Alright.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Alright, so I have 4 bottles. Butter side down.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel
let's follow
usually
that.
closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation. A spring brings the lever back to its original
And what's
position.
today, Monday?
You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way.
Okay.
Wasn't there a sign over there
So
saying
I can't.
functionality
So if
would
my
be
house
restored
is
on
over
Wednesday
there,
morning?
I can't actually get to it. Alright, tight. Let's look. Let's see what this is.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
What are you talking
Don't
about?
be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That
Thanks
sounds
for the
off.
advice. I'll try to be more
Haven't you heard,
economically
officer?
conscious.
We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco. Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from
Let's
weird
see if we can
polyester
find-
blends
we can-
that make your body
If
itch and
something
sweat
worth
in all
salvaging
the
is a
wrong
pile
places.
of rags.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
So, it says, the person, wind, sun, 100%.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek, a windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100%
Plus one to
waterproof,
composure.
and sport. All
Let's
in
get it.
different typefaces.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir. Gotta prepare for
Is there
springtime,
anything I needed
right?
composure for, though? Oh, wait. Here's electrochemistry. Why didn't I get anything for that? Oh, because it's impossible. It's as simple as that. I don't see anything for composure. What is my current jacket doing for me? Cop knowledge. Let's put that on for now. Alright, can I give Kuno a ticket for the... Oh, here's two people I haven't talked to yet. And I can do stuff with the, that. Let me just look around real quick. Let's see if there's anything up here. Surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. What's this? Garden hose won't be of use until the snow melts. Chairs and tables eating rain rot. Balcony with a view of the yard and the hanging. So this person might know. Must be smoking up. Wait, smoke up there might be a witness.
Hey, what's that noise down there?
Says it's a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs
You
unbuttoned.
see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette.
No
His
trouble
eyes
for me.
have
I
been
just want to know
following
what's
you
going on here.
for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Just want to finish my cigarette. That's it. You speak to your witness. You as a blade
Actually, the
I don't want to
gendarmerie
be seen
really
talking
needs
to
to
the
talk to you.
gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to
Yes,
finish my
you're adjusting
cigarette.
your shirt.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
It's like you've got a good view
Is it
of
really that
Whirling's
important?
backyard. Can you tell me something about the
Like a
hanging?
nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
No, he's
We
talking about
will
me.
remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh, interesting.
You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating
Takes out his
the
little blue
lynching?
notebook and writes something down.
No, not you.
Looks
Someone
around the
muscular.
courtyard
type.
again. Still blankets, the old patio chairs, and dead house plants.
And when did
all
you
the
speak
neighboring
to this
windows
more
are black.
muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look,
What kind of friend?
A downy blanket of white
Oh.
to cover up the miserable poverty of the scene.
You didn't
What's
answer
your
the
friend's real
question.
name? Did he see
What
something?
were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over. He was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend. How
Can you tell me your
intriguing.
name?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette.
You're not
Under the
actually
grey
called Martin
sky,
Martinez, are
snow
you?
continues to pile on the neighboring windowsills.
Okay.
My name?
He scans
My name
courtyard,
is
ceiling,
Martin
bottom of the well.
Martinez.
Every sound captured
That's
reflected in the back.
definitely not his real name.
No, of
Takes
course
one
not.
last drag of a cigarette before
Could you
stabbing out the
please
snowy
lower your
balcony.
voice?
The dying hiss. Suggestion: convince him to stay. Oh,
No.
actually succeeded.
We won't. Now,
Hey,
if you'll
listen,
excuse me,
lower
I
your voice.
really need to get going.
I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains. For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding. There's snow gathering
His
on
voice is
his
soft and
ear
deliberate. With a
and
flick of the
on his
wrist, he sends a
shoulders.
cigarette butt
A
sailing
speckle
over
of
the rail.
white against the purple that hangs loose on his slender frame.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But hold on, what's that? For a split
Okay.
second, his hand lingers as though gesturing towards
thank you,
a
sir.
stone placed right next to
The
the
stone?
front door.
Is it like a key?
It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Connor puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him, see where he went.
He's
You're right,
gone.
you probably didn't have our... So we just give up?
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us,
Okay.
then he'll know how to hide himself. He could be a witness.
The
Him
lieutenant
or
nods
his
towards
Sunday
a
friend.
small rock
Either
with a
way,
slightly patched
we need to
grass.
look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
Great, let's do
He
that.
did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
A stone like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under
How are
it.
we going to find the right
There's a
one?
key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
Okay. Well,
This
probably
must be for
something
the
we'll end
front
up having to
door.
do later.
Pity he doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments and the man can be in any of them.
Viewing item
We'll just have to go in
and
and
an
see.
orange bum hat. +1 reaction speed, but -1 rhetoric. An orange beanie, a couple of big-ass holes in the side. Looks like it might have been used as a mask during an armed robbery. It's just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Alright. Before we go in there, there are some more people to talk to over here. Oh, it's a kid.
Are you trying to sneak up on me?
Are you
Come
sleeping
to
right now?
slit my throat in my sleep.
Logic error. She's not sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Alright.
Don't get fucking clever with me,
Elysium, I'm
pig.
getting a lot of health
I think you're
items.
so clever.
Hopefully I won't need too many, though.
Trying to sneak up on me
The leader's
again.
boat shines like it was recently painted. About, can't say, apartments.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Espérance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by
Hey,
the pier.
up here, Piggo.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Espérance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth,
Just want to know
blood
your
type,
name.
the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Just can't win, Logan.
By the sash, she puts the brush aside. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch.
And here
Pigs
I
down.
was trying to be
Go
polite.
forth and forage and
Just
summer
can't
and
win with you
bushing.
pigs.
No shortage of squealers in these.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who are talking.
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of
Jeez.
squealers in
What are you
these
doing on the
parts.
wall? To do the wall.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
I'm waiting for the right word.
Can't
So you
you
don't know what to
tell?
write.
I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs
Are you
go
committed to
home,
facing the
and
building?
Mono is here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and total.
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not
I
even
have
the
an opinion on
occasional
this one
trash
here.
can fire to break
Love
up the
public art,
tedium.
don't mind us.
I
Keep
thought
doing what
I'd
you're
mix
doing.
it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social
Sure.
chaos with a wall-sized invitation. Yeah?
She needs the places.
Of course.
The Elysium will December 25th.
Thanks. I'm sure the
looking
inspiration will
off to
come
the
to
side.
me
What are you
now
looking
that I have
at?
an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
Okay.
You've lessened her
Not
desire to deface the building.
disdainfully towards a woman performing in maintenance on the boat dock pier.
The truth is this. It's difficult to
The
say
lieutenant
which of
furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
the boat, because you would notice this thing. She means the places. 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 She means the
Joyce.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her.
Who is she?
Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershaw. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though.
Good idea.
I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
Used to disassemble
Watch your back.
All right, I want to talk
Angela.
really quickly.
You've got eyes on you.
Can I look at this? Or do I have to go on the other side? No, I'd have to go in there. All right, let's talk to those people down here really quick. Smoking on the balcony. That's where he's parking. And then we'll call it a session. Splatter bullet holes line the walls. Line the wall. Is this someone I can talk to? Because I don't think I actually tried to talk to him. I think I just stole his bag. Nope. Maybe I did try and talk to him too. There's these two. Chirps and clicks, swallows fill the air. Covers his mouth to hide a bird. That's okay.
Life
Why does this keep
doesn't need
my
to be
backpack?
a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hard René first.
This one's still chewing on his
whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Alright, I got
These
it.
manly
Ball
men
time.
are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions.
Alright,
Shoot
grab the ball and
first.
show them how it's
Ask
done.
questions never. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
This felt when teaching us space. With numerous space.
The Vex. Oh,
This felt
so failing
wrong.
succeeded, huh?
Wrong like touching your sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
Something about this was completely unnatural, corrupted. Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it, but there were gaps.
Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it, but there were gaps.
Okay.
It felt like you were going for a thrust or a lunge.
Good
There
to
was
know.
definitely gonna be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco.
What are you talking about? You just executed a
Okay.
pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
How are you ever going to get the officer's
Let's
shit
go for
off your
something
nose,
cool.
Gaston? Or
Perfect
even
throw.
climb
Well,
out of his
I-
ass? Probably because those rooster pants are squeezing you senseless. Whatever happened to practical, durable, Revachol made?
Do you know anything about
Now,
the man hanging in the
what can I
backyard
do for
whirling and rags?
Look who's talking. That cockatoo uniform must give him a real advantage when fighting in the circus.
Yes, officer. What do we need from this
And most of the
gentleman?
locals?
Unfortunately,
You don't
I
have a
don't.
problem with cops?
Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is
So
a
again, you don't know
pejorative
anything?
term. I don't have a
Nothing
problem
else,
with policemen.
Oh,
On the contrary, I admire the
Okay,
effort to bring
thank you.
order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
If I knew, I would not
Okay.
be afraid to tell
so we're
you.
playing
I simply
in
don't.
Crater.
I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer
Is there
concerns
an
me.
earthquake here?
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Yes.
Why was heavy
The
artillery
terrain here
used?
provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. No, it was left by heavy artillery fire.
Wait, who are
Why
the
what?
commandants?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly, too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber.
They should have
God
chosen a
bless him,
place away
but
from
the
people. in
suzerain's
boobies.
cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there.
Is that why everything is
Like he
bombed out?
isn't hungry enough already.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that, they're the lesser evil. Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the
powers clean
specific
up the mess
circumstances
and now they
surrounding
rule
them.
us. Shake your head in shame.
What
This
do you
coalition
think?
seems quite capable,
Thinking
actually.
men
Commies
have opinions
just don't
on
understand
these
how money
things.
works. Nothing I
Present
don't think,
one.
I just do. Let's see this one.
8 years of fighting the Chinese, Berlin Casper would have taken peace in the Americans. I'm good. But it's the right honorable king beyond between
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the right honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything. Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Fifth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire. Ah, yes! King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Cocaine? Cocainum? Sounds like our kind of king. And just imagine what kind of cocaine a king would have had.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
Shouldn't a king put the people before himself?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
There's some weariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many times before.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the
taller,
responsibility
brilliant,
weighing
part
on
of
the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the
bet you are,
Philippian
Dr.
kings
Chemistry.
use cocaine for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revachol's finest years.
I'm satisfied with this explanation.
Of course, Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court medic administered a dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
Composure. Legendary.
He's just making
What is
excuses
it about the
for
old
the
soldier that
king's
makes him
habits,
stand so proud?
isn't he?
I'm listening. Right.
How many medals are there?
As Rene turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle
Look at the
and glare.
cross.
He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly. 2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun. A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue-striped triangle. It's the Croix de Bravoure, Cross of Valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration in Suzerain's armed forces, awarded for exceptional bravery in the line of duty, in service of King Frizzle I. A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below. The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned
I am not
combat
going to say
veterans
these,
in service of King Frizzle I during the Revolution.
For bravery.
It's a conflicted topic for the old veteran. There must have been a number of controversial episodes in his service days.
I'm sure, but I know this uniform's reputation. You are also wondering if I got this for raping women or killing babies.
Alright, well then, in that case, I am going to...
Honor is
I can't
everything
save.
to me.
Okay.
Whoa!
We'll keep going.
Sounds like you're
the
about
next
to open
episode
the
will probably
gates
be
of
shorter.
conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off to memory lane.
He saved some muddy tradesmen who freshly scrolled into the Frogane. He was done everything.
For doing my duty in the heat of battle, for looking my mortality in the eye, when men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frizzle thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
He really despises that Drisson fellow.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camel.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage. I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw. Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee. I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Capitaine Arnaud, le fléau des chevaux.
The bane of horses.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Drisson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one. So I grabbed the dink and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jailless freak convinced Fricel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun. For distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breasts, and untarnished self-worth. The old carabinier stands quietly like a statue, his features motionless.
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him en brisante. 2 days later that was. And that even while crawling with mangled half-dead prints on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way.
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
Sorry, officer, but you're reading me all wrong. I'm a man of peace, and these kinds of bloody heroics are only impressive to men like René himself. Certainly not to me. How did you find the story to be,
That's
officer?
kind of impressive.
But let's sit there in line, officer. They don't end this out for anyone with a service with you. Oh no, you have to get shot. Repeatedly.
Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer.
Really bloody.
They don't end this out for anyone with a service record. Oh no, you have to get shot. Repeatedly. And you need to get your hands bloody too. Really, really bloody.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand. Because he was a goddamn dandy. Had no business leading men or even being on the battlefield. All he was related. That's it. Royal blood alone doesn't make army commanders. He was a stupid kid, only interested in horses, hairstyles, and man-loving. 782 Royal Carabineers are dead because of his incompetence.
Whoa, man-loving? Is that even a word? It is not.
Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men too. True Revacholians. Men with backbone.
Oh yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please bring those days back, if you can.
I'll do it later when my drum is
you
higher.
again. Officer, was there anything else?
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
The little guy gets smaller and smaller. The rest of the dollhouse. Okay. So plus 20% zoom out distance. All motorics. Learning cap is raised by 1. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna run really quick and turn in these bottles. Then I'll come back down here and make sure these guys have nothing else to say. Sorry this episode went long. The next episode will probably only be about 40 minutes to make up for it. But thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. It always helps me out. And as always, have a good day and take care.